Hello, welcome to Mystic Moons. And this is a reading for Scorpio. Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio Rising. If you have significant Scorpio energy, this is a reading for you. Scorpio, your season just ended. And now Sagittarius season begins. Let's go and see what kind of message can I share for you watching right now. Scorpio, if you appreciate my time and energy, let me know. Do give me a thumbs up. Thank you. And Scorpio, if you have any comments to share, please feel free to do so. I invite you to go and check out the other readings, Scorpio, that are on the channel. Of course, as you feel called to do so. Let's get into the reading, Scorpio. Scorpio, what do I have for a Scorpio? There's a theme about patience. The right time for everything, Scorpio. Let's find out. Ace of Wands with Four of Wands. Scorpio, now is the time not to shy away from self-direction. Now is the time to do, Scorpio. Whatever foundation that you're on, Scorpio, it's time to go and expand it. One could say here too, with Ace of Wands here, Scorpio, it's time to take risk. But you should actually be in an excellent position, Scorpio, in this energy. Knight of Cups, Hermit, Three of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. Scorpio, have you benefited in some way from either the family you have around you, the advice of some people who care for you, or at least care enough to go and advise on what you're doing? That I have here could be energies I have here. Scorpio, I have Libra, Virgo, Capricorn, Virgo, and I read my Knight of Cups as Scorpio. And Aries. I have those placements. You can keep an eye or keep those placements in mind, Scorpio, in terms of the people who you've been dealing with. You can also consider where are those placements sitting in your own chart and think about the energies and the themes that have been going along for what those placements connotate for you personally as we start to pull this reading. And you could also think about timing. If I was to say timing, we're talking about fall to spring. Could be this coming or this fall that we've kind of are towards the end of, to spring upcoming, or spring to previous to now. Okay, so those are just some themes I'm just going to note and you can keep in mind. But I have, it's a very strong collaboration, very strong community, very strong people, or at least your routine is bearable. Your routine actually does grow you. The people around you should be constructive towards you in a positive way, Scorpio, at the very least. You should be around some good people. You should be around some good people enough, Scorpio, for you to search out what additional ways can you grow now. It's like you have a nice warm nest, Scorpio, in this energy. You have a nice warm nest, and now, Scorpio, it's time to grow. Maybe not necessarily leave that nest, but it's time for you to grow. Like you've had a wonderful, well-rested night of sleep, Scorpio, and now's the time, Scorpio, that you get out there and you hike up that mountain, Scorpio. You've studied so well, Scorpio. Now's the time that you go and present your findings or take that test, pitch that deal, provide that support to one whom you care about or love, all those sorts of themes. Now's the time. Now's the time to make yourself available to others, Scorpio, as perhaps others have been making themselves available to you. Three of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles energy back there. There you have constructive people around you. Anyway, so Four of Wands and Ace of Wands. Now's the perfect time to initiate. With that timing, both are Aries, so you could be thinking about too, Scorpio, if you have any Aries placements, where does Aries sit in your chart? You could also be dealing with someone with significant Aries energy. If you are, then I would be curious as well, where does Aries energy sit? Because that could also be where it sits for them, where you would go and initiate this change, this growth. It's not really so much change as growth. So we have Ace of Wands, Ace of Wands, gets a Three of Pentacles, Empress, and more Aries energy. Be like Scorpio, in a little bit of time, be like, this is an Aries reading. But you can think about Scorpio also too, the traits of all this energy. This is initiation and leadership. This is also true to having high self-esteem and belief in yourself. You don't necessarily need or require other people's energy. Although interesting, Scorpio, Three of Pentacles came out here again. Three of Pentacles with Page of Pentacles. First of all, this energy tells me Pentacles and Wands. That which you initiate, Scorpio, you're going to find people who will come to support you. In this energy, Scorpio, not really most conducive to being a follower. Maybe it's just something right now, too, with the overall time. Well, I think we also, too, if my memory serves me correctly, Scorpio, we just had the new moon. I think it was the new moon, not the full moon. Was it the full moon or the new moon? I forget. What are we on? More towards the end of the year. I think it was the new moon. Anyway, the recent new moon, I believe, was in Scorpio, whatever moon phase that we had. So you can also be thinking about, I think it was the new moon. Now I'm so curious. If anyone wants to take a look and see, you can let me know. But the point is, think about the energies of that moon energy, that moon phased energy coming towards you. If it was a new moon, that's a transformation of ideas. I'm pretty sure it's a new moon with Emperor and Ace of Wands here. That alone should be a new moon type of energy. Anyway, enough on that tangent. The point is, now's the perfect time to go and initiate. You're going to find people to go and support your ideas. You probably too, well, depending on what that Page of Pentacles is, if you're seeking funding, you have the ideas, you have the leadership, but you need people to go and support you. You're going to find that, at least the beginning stages. Also, too, in this energy, you could find some very good causes for yourself to go and invest in and expand out more. Bottom of the deck energy here too, Scorpio, I have 8 of Wands. So ultimately we're talking about work. But of course we're initiating something new. How could that not be work? We're going to have to use her as our little card stand because I actually don't have enough room here. Anyway, we'll just put that up there. We'll put this over here and I will move off to the side. All right. Maybe I'll just put this over here. Let's see. Oh, close enough. Let's go and find out about Emperor first. So Emperor for Scorpio. I have 7 of Swords. 5 of Wands. 10 of Wands. Okay. First of all, Scorpio. Well, in this energy, it's like people are coming at you with a lot of things, or people will be coming at you with a lot of things. There's things for you to gain, but likewise, Scorpio, people are seeing you as a resource in which they can go and gain and acquire as well. 10 of Wands tells me, Scorpio, that you're going to be working hard. Or first of all, we could say you're already in Emperor energy and you already had that 10 of Pentacle, 3 of Pentacle energy. You already had collaboration, people, stability, routine, a cadence of life going in, also things coming in, things going out. And that's kind of the same sort of energy we have here with a 5 and 10 energy. Things being built and dismantled, also too, people accepting responsibility, accepting the direction of a cause, and fulfilling or trying to go and fulfill that which they can do. But so with the Emperor here, this tells me either way, Scorpio, you're working hard. You're going to be worked hard. Your energy right now is that to support a group, literally, support groups, support the people or situations in your life. And Scorpio, if you don't go and manage that energy, people are going to come and, how should I say? People are going to come and nibble on causes for you to expend your energy on. So it's like the best thing to do in this energy, Scorpio. Oh, thank you for the like. The best thing to do in this energy, Scorpio, is really for you to follow your own direction, and also to step into leadership roles. Scorpio, you're already going to be having lots of responsibility in there. You're already going to be juggling a lot of things, also to uniting people to go and come together to work efficiently, how to go and take also too in this energy, Scorpio, people who have various goals and ideas and gains that they really are pushing hard to get, and how to unify them all to a smooth working organization, Scorpio, working for the common goal, Scorpio. You're going to be doing this energy or in this energy regardless. So think about, Scorpio, how can you tap into this energy for your own endeavors, your own growth, your own ideas? How can you go and step into full leadership? Maybe you haven't been in a full leadership role before, Scorpio. Maybe you have been supporting other people. Maybe too, Scorpio, in the energy that we had here, it was very diplomatic, also too very level-headed. Maybe too, you could go and see the attributes of why each person had to go and be in a certain type of role with certain types of responsibility. And you accepted your role as a leader, but as a supporter. But what I'm seeing here, though, Scorpio, that energy that you were in those circumstances changed. They have changed. You can continue still being the supporter role, but essentially, Scorpio, you have outgrown it. And for bringing people together to work, to collaborate on shared goals, on a shared goal. When you're in that, when you have that talent, Scorpio, you could be doing a lot more with it. And that's what essentially this reading is saying. So we looked at Emperor. Let's check out 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles gets a 10 of Wands, Chariot, and a Wheel of Fortune. 6 of Cups energy, some more. Well, first of all, 6 of Cups, 8 of Swords, Queen of Cups. 6 of Cups also too is Scorpio energy. Scorpio, a couple things could be happening here. You feel like you haven't been supported or acknowledged as much as perhaps you have cared and supported others. Could also be that in the energy that you have put, the dedication you have put, you could feel a little overlooked towards those who you have invested in, towards those goals that you have tried hard for. The 3 of Pentacles with a 10 of Cups, Chariot, and Wheel of Fortune. Finding the right people to collaborate with, finding the right partners to be with, Scorpio, takes time. Can't be something necessarily that's rushed into. The most you can do, Scorpio, is go and meet people. But just because you meet people, especially with that bottom of the deck energy, Scorpio, just because you meet people, just because you spend time with people, even 6 of Cups, Queen of Cups, and 8 of Swords energy that we had accompanying this, even if you bond with those people, Scorpio, still doesn't mean that what you are creating is something that's going to be long lasting. Your tribe, creating your tribe just simply because there is time and history and investment in there. So know, Scorpio, that it's not so much about the timing and the history that you share with people, but really the people. And also too, in this energy, Scorpio, one could also say with Chariot and Wheel of Fortune that everything has its season, and even certain connections, When their season passed, it's time to let it go. See what else is out there. Meet new people and see where those connections get you. And also, too, just because you're making the connections doesn't mean necessarily that you can ensure something that still is ultimately so up to fate, to happenstance, to fortune, to luck. Who you meet and where, Scorpio, based on what you do and why. It's a surprise, Scorpio, who you meet and what will happen. And enjoy that. With Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles, I have Magician. Page of Wands. And Two of Cups. Incredible. Hierophant and High Priestess energy underneath that. Scorpio, everybody's got an agenda. Everybody's got plans. Everyone has hopes. Everyone would like to go and see validation to their beliefs, and they work towards that. They work towards that to create. I believe, so therefore I will find. I will be. You will be. They will be. All this sorts of trying to constantly craft and mold and shape circumstances and people to be what they imagine and hope for. Understand that that's the sort of general energy of the people who are around you. But there's still shared goals out there, Scorpio. I feel like what you can present, what you can offer, really is something that's going to be of interest. People are going to see the validity of your ideas and of your direction, of your friendship, of your company. But yeah, under your direction. Scorpio, you're in marvelous energy to take control, to be in control, to go and present new ideas and to bring cohesiveness to that where there hasn't been. Significant energies here, Scorpio. I do have a lot of Cancer, which tells me that people are just going to go and like following your lead. Significant Cancer, Aries. Virgo was coming out quite a bit, I think it was. We had some earth signs, some heavy earth signs. Then I have, to a lesser extent, I have Pisces, I have Sagittarius, I have Aquarius, I have Leo, Gemini. Those are the main energies, but know that you should take steps towards leadership, Scorpio. You should also, Scorpio, accept that some people are meant to be in your life for certain periods of time and some people aren't. Just because you invest or try and create connections with some people or some situations, Scorpio, doesn't necessarily mean they will last. It's not about how long you've known someone or how much you pour into a connection. It's not necessarily going to change that connection to a maybe, to a yes, or even a maybe to a no. All that you can do, Scorpio, is to go and in this energy, present who you are, present what you want to do, bring it with you, and commit to common goals.